Anna, hello. How are you? Yeah, sorry. How are you? Welcome to the encounter. Eh,
Thank you,
Anna,
tutor.
yes. Very good. Mariana, welcome to the encounter number 9. Sorry, because the last class I didn't uh, entered on time because of familiar problems, but I'm here and you are here, and so we are going to start right now, and this is the most important. Remember, for today, you didn't have any links to review or check before this encounter, because this encounter number 9 we are going to use to review some topics that we already practiced and reinforce some of them that maybe we need to work more. Okay. So Maria, long time don't see you. Tell me about you. How was your week? What about your day today? Tell me something about you.
Hello, tutor. Um, uh, we we are talking about the other encounter, past encounter.
Tell me, what did you do today? What did you do today?
What do you do today?
Did you work today, Maria? Did you work?
Yes, tutor. I I take work in the morning until 2 p.m.
What do you work, Maria? What do you work?
Mm, I work as bus consultant.
Do you work in an office?
Yes,
So maybe you are an assistant. An assistant.
yes.
Okay, good. Anna, hello. How are you? Long time don't see you. Welcome again to this encounter. Tell me about you. What do you do this week? And what do you do today? How do you feel?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine, thank you. The last week, I was very sick the last week, but now I feel better. I had virus, a lot of headaches. But when I feel better, I had to start doing my university works because I was very late. So I couldn't go out all the time. I've been in my house, and that's all. The work it's heavy because it's the season. We have many orders, and I have to invoicing stuffs.
And how do you feel today? Better?
Yes, teacher, much better. Thank you.
Okay, nice. Very good. Because this encounter is a review, we are going to start to a different way to introduce yourself. Yes, because we are in pairs in this at the moment. We are going to work, you two, Anna and Maria, work together. So you are going to think about 4 questions that you would like to ask. Yes, personal information. Don't worry, it's not on a specific topic or something like that. It's just to remind who are our partners during this encounter. So Anna asked 4 questions to Maria, personal information, and Maria do the same with Anna. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to think about what could be the questions for that, for this introducing yourself again. And it's 6:10, so we are going back 6:12. Remember, 4 questions, personal information that you want to know more about them, partner. Michael, hello. How are you? How was your week?
Hi, teacher. Very well, thank you. My week was nice, was fine, and I had a lot of work, and I just came here to my home. Thank you.
Okay, good. Michael, let me explain you what we are doing at the moment. Yes, because this encounter is going to be around the topics that we already practiced. The first activity that we are going to do is introducing yourself, but in this case, you're not going to introduce yourself. The other partner is going to ask you some personal information, some questions about your personal life, and you're going to answer. And I'm giving you a minute until right now to think about want to ask to your partners, because Mariana and I are going to work together. I would like that Anna repeat 2 of the questions to Michael, and Maria do the same with Michael, 2 questions that you already have on your mind. Michael, think about 4 questions to Anna and to Maria. Okay, just personal information. Ask something about them that you would like to know more about. We
Okay,
are going to Anna and Maria, we're going to start you two together, okay? So Anna, ask the 4 questions to Maria. Maria, answer the question, and then you switch, okay? Let's start.
Okay. Um, Hi Maria, how are you?
Repeat, Anna.
Hi Maria, how are you?
Hi, Anna. I can saying, and you?
I'm fine, thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Repeat.
It's a pleasure to meet you. What do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, I like listening to music. Um, Reading. I like reading English texts.
Oh, that's great. And what type of music do you like to listen on?
How?
What type of music do you like to listen on?
Bedtime.
Yes, what type?
Um, uh, I'm in the house.
Yes, what type of music do you like to listen to?
How, Anna? No understand.
Maybe the pop or classical music or rock. I don't know.
I like listening music, romantic music.
Okay, okay, it's great. And what is your favorite sport? Do you practice any sport?
Um, uh, I don't practice sport, but I like it um, because no time,
Ah, okay,
no
Anders.
having time.
Okay. And
Okay.
what is your favorite food?
My favorite food is meal and rice. Jesus.
Okay, thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Okay. Anna, do you have children?
And no, no, I'm single. I just work, work and study, and that's all. But one day I have to couple of children. I don't know.
Okay. Anna, where do you live?
Um, I live in El Santuario, Antioquia, but I born in Cocorna, Antioquia. I lived in Santuario, Antioquia 12 years ago, and it's a great town. It's pretty and organized, and the people, it's very um, kind.
That's cool. Um, Anna, what is your last name?
The last night, what I did.
Uh, Anna, what is your last name? Surname?
Okay, okay, sorry. My last name is Lucia, Ana Lucia Villa, but everyone call me Anna or Anita.
Okay, Anna. Anita. Um, um, do you work?
Yes, yes, I work in a confections factory. I'm in charge to
Okay.
leave a part of the account. It's interesting. Sometimes the work it's very hard, but I never do something like that. So it's interesting to learn new things, and I'm happy to work there.
That's cool, Anna. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Great, great. Congratulations. Very good. Michael, we are going to do the same with you, okay? So, Anna, two of the questions that you already did to Maria or others that you want to ask to Michael. Michael, answer the two questions, and then Maria, please ask other two questions. Yes, and Michael answer. And then Michael switch. Ask two questions to Maria and two questions to Anna. Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Hi, Michael. How are you?
Hi, Anna. Very well, thank you.
Great, Michael. Michael, where do you live? It's a place.
Uh,
It's a nice place.
Anna, I currently live in Bogota, Colombia, in Kennedy. It's a neighborhood, and it's a nice place. It has a lot of parks, a lot of side streets. It's nice, I think.
Okay, sounds great. And what do you like to do in your free time? Maybe some sport. I don't know.
I like two things. One thing is to listen my favorite music. I like very much rock, pop, maybe classic rock. But I could like any kind of music that I listen in the radio. And also, I like to walk through the streets, like too much to me.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, Michael.
Okay.
Michael,
Hi, Hi, Maria. How are you?
Ryan. Um, Fine, thanks, Michael. You are married.
Uh, no, Maria. I'm not married yet
Why?
because find the perfect woman for me. That's I think I didn't get married.
Okay. Um, do you work?
Uh, yes, I work as a supermarket packer in some place in Bogota, in the city of Bogota.
Okay, Michael, thank you.
Thank you to you. Hi, Anna. How are you?
Hi, Michael. I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, that sounds nice. Uh, these are my two questions. Where you were born? Hi, hi, Anna. Where you were born?
Excuse me, can repeat that, please?
Okay, where you were born?
I born in Cocorna, Antioquia. It's a warm, it's a warm town. Um, but many years I don't go there because I moved to El Santuario, Antioquia, and I live here 12 years ago. But I want to go back to remember and to see the people um, and remember, I don't know, someday. But I born in Cocorna, Antioquia.
Okay, okay. And the second question is, how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have two brothers and one sister. Um, mi hermano, sorry, my brother Alonso, my other brother Juan David, and my sister Aura. And they studied, and I love them so much. And my brother it's study classical guitar. My brother Juan David is business manager, and my sister Aura study at the unit engineering food.
Okay, thank you for letting me know that information. It was nice to meet you. Thanks.
You too. Thank you.
Teacher, we finished.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Good conversation. I like that. Very good conversation. Guys, if you see, I share with you some, there are 5 quotes. There is nothing permanent except change. Life without love is like a tree without blossoms or fruit. Keep face always toward to the shine, and shadows will fall behind you. The journey of 1,000 miles. And number 5, change your life today. Don't gamble on the future. Act now without delay. You are going to choose, per each of you, you are going to choose 2 of those quotes, and you are going to, when you are going to use this kind of quotes, okay? So you're going to choose 2 of quotes. You're going to explain me when or what is the meaning of it. When do you use or what is the meaning of it, okay? We are going to work in this order. Michael starts, Anna is second, and Maria is number 3. Okay, is the third one. So you are going to choose and explain me when you're going to use Michael, Anna, and Maria. So Michael, let's start.
Okay. Uh, the first is the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Lao Tzu. I think that means that you don't have to worry about the future. You have to live the present and act in the present because tomorrow is not sure that will be in our life, and that's what I think that means. And the other quote is, keep your face always toward the sunshine, and shadows will fall behind you. Walt Whitman. I think that means one must be optimistic, and one don't have to put sadness on your life, because if you put sadness, if you always see the bad things, you will find worse the things and worse your life, and it's not good for living a life like that. Uh, that those were the two quotes. Teacher finished.
Anna, let's continue.
Okay, teacher. Um, love, it's something. Sorry, the verb is um, life without love is like a tree without blossom or fruits. Well, I think that love is something very important in the life. Life makes you happy. If you don't have love, or you don't give love, your life it's empty and you become in a bad mood. I don't know, something like that. And the journey of 1,000 miles begin with one step. I don't know. I think that you have to start um, to walk, uh, to do things, to acquire many experience in the life. Um, and that's all.
Maria, let's do it.
Okay. Um, we must enjoy the present because the future does not exist. It is now that we can love and fears. The present is the only thing we have. We can be happy if we decide to in this life.
And the second one. Maria, can you explain us or tell me what is the second one that you chose?
Okay, tutor, second one. Hello.
Okay, Maria, don't worry. Don't worry. That is okay. Okay, good. Excellent. I share with you a new link where say www my English page. Please click on it. Please. And I'm going to share with you. some activities. I will share with you some activities, and we are going to practice enough and to. Enough and to. So we have to recognize when we are going to use enough and when we are going to use to. In that case, I shared a link in which you can practice the same activity that I shared here with you. Yes, and the idea, you are going to complete the sentences form. You have to choose if the word that are missing is enough or two. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a minute because it's very quick. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to check the sentences and complete them with the correct word, enough or two. It's 6:31, so we are going to review the answers at 6:33. Okay, let's start. Ready? Just we are going to check the answer and the correct one. So, Anna, you're going to read the sentences from one and two. Maria, number 3 and 4. Michael, 5 and 6. Giovanni, you are with us. 7 and 8. And Anna, repeat 9 and 10. Okay? Please read the sentence completely, and you tell me what is the correct word. If some of you consider that the answer to the corner is different, correct one, you can correct and explain why. Yes, with all respect, of course, but you can correct. Okay. So Anna 1, 2, Maria 3, 4, Michael 5, 6, 7, 8, Anna 9, 10. Okay. So let's do it. Let's start. Remember that it's really important because it has a lot of interference. Keep your microphones off and just you turn on when you're going to talk with us, okay? Because we listen the other voices, we can listen many things and interfere in the conversation. So please keep your microphone off, and when you're going to start, you can do it, okay? So let's start. I see that Giovanni is not continuing with us. Okay, don't worry. So, Michael, put 7 and 8, and Anna 9 and 10, okay? Anna, let's do it.
Okay, teacher. First, I left the coffee for a minute to cool because it was too hot to drink. Um, he wasn't strong enough to lift the heavy box, that heavy.
Maria, 3 and 4, please. Maria, could you please read the sentence 3 and 4? Okay, continue, please, Michael. Continue with 3 and 4.
Okay. 3. There aren't enough policemen in our town. And 4. Have two information to help me with this problem. Uh, Also, 5 and 6, I had too difficult to do for a little child. And 6, I don't have too much time to prepare dinner. And those were my sentences.
Anna, please continue with the others. 7, 8, 9.
Okay, teacher. Um, he didn't work hard enough to pass the exam. My mom can't sleep because she drinks too much coffee, and she isn't old enough to start driving.
Great, very good. It's just to review the vocabulary as a comparative form using to and enough and recognize what is the difference between them, okay? And we are going to have a little quiz, but this quiz you're going to do online, and I'm going to share with you the link where you are going to have this quiz. Give me a second and I'm going to share with you. Okay, they are. This is the link. What is the quiz? Very simple. Just you are going to, Anna is going to explain enough and Michael is going to explain too. So now you are going to be the teachers and you are going to explain us when you are going to use enough or to and how you're going to use it, okay? This link give you information the grammar rules for those. Yes, for those one. For enough and two. Yes, and you're going to just review a little bit because I see that you have the information and you have very clear what is the difference between them, but you are going to explain us as a teacher. Yes, you are going to be the teacher and you're going to explain us. So and then continue, Michael. Let's do it.
Okay, so I start explain enough, right?
Yes, Anna, please.
Okay. Adjective plus noun plus infinitive clause. Enough expresses that something is adequate within what is desirable. The expression is a complement by an infinitive, non-infinitive, infinitive clause. The infinitive may include a subject introduced by for her to do. Examples: Jill is old enough to drive. She may drive. The car is simply enough for her to drive. She can drive it. And the driving test is easy enough for her to pass. She can pass it.
Okay, I'm going to explain how to use to, and this is the explanation. To. To is used with to plus adjective plus infinitive clause. To is an intensifier that expresses that something is inadequate, below what is desirable, or excessive, above what is desirable. The expression is complemented by infinitive, non-infinitive, infinitive clause. For example, Jill is too young to drive. She cannot, may not drive. The car is too complex for her to drive it. Test driving is too difficult for her to pass. She cannot pass it. As as you have seen, to is used for the adjectives of adverbs which modify, and that's the way how you must to use it. Too young, too complex, too difficult. It never comes after those adjectives or adverbs. That's not the function of to, and that was the explanation. Done, teacher.
Good, good. That is okay. Very good. Remember when we are working as a teacher, we are not. It's most important if you give to them, if you share some examples, and according with the examples, you can explain them or something like that. Yes. So when you're going to explain that, it's better if you give an example first of all, and according with the example, you explain the grammar rule to understand. Yes, because I understood, but it's important when the others don't understand, clarify any doubt that you have. Okay, I have a mistake here. I share with you another link, but it's missed the age. Please write the age before click on it, because I copy and paste without the age. Yes, you have would rather, would prefer, and we are going to practice with this. Okay, would rather, would prefer. This is the, please click on it, and we are going to check what is the difference between them. Okay, what is the difference between would rather, would prefer, and prefer a lot. Yes, a lot. We are going to do the same, but in this case, I'm going to give you time to think about it, to check the information, and then explain us again. Okay. Like this. In this case, explain will prefer, and Michael is going to explain would rather. Maria, if you are with us, you're going to explain all prefer. Okay, so Anna will prefer, and I say correct, and Michael will rather. Yes, so I'm gonna give you time to your check the link, check the information, and then you are going to explain us as a teacher what is that mean, and to compare. What rather and what would you prefer when you're going to use both of them? It's 6:45 and we are going to go back at 6:48. 3 minutes to check the page, to check the information. Remember, try to organize the idea as first with some examples and according with example to explain us, okay? At 6:48. Let's do it.
Ya se acabó.
Ay, no.
Pero estabas hablando con otro compañero o con...
Ready. So today you are going to be the teachers most of the time and you are going to explain us. So Anna and Michael, you are going to explain them, okay? Remember, you are going to do it will prefer and will rather. Michael, we are going to start with you. Let's do it.
Okay, I have to explain would rather, isn't it? So, would rather. Would rather is as a kind of sentence used to express preferences for something, or if you don't like something against other thing, or compared to other thing, you could use it. For example, would rather uh, would rather means would rather means the same that would prefer. There are synonyms, but would rather always comes followed by the infinitive form of the verb. So that means you would prefer, or is the same thing. You would prefer, but would rather uses the infinitive form. For example, uh, with would rather, you use subject plus would rather plus infinitive without to in the case of go, of the go verb. And uh, and use past tense after would rather when we speak about the actions of other people, even though that action may be in the present or future. I'll give you some examples. I'd rather not go to the museum is the base form. You could abbreviate with I'd rather not if you are answering something, or I'd rather like to go to the museum. In the case of the verb go, but with the other verbs, you use it without the infinitive form, without to, and that's that's all about I think about would rather. So Anna,
Um, okay.
Anna,
Uh,
let's continue.
okay. So we are going to talk about would prefer and would rather. When we talk about would prefer, we use would prefer to talk about a preference in general. We use the verb prefer and followed by the verb ending in ing or infinitive to with to. When we talk about general preference, we can use prefer or would rather. The meaning is the same. For example, I prefer walking on cycling, or I would rather walk than cycle. After prefer, we use the verb in the ing form. For example, I prefer using a keyboard to reading with a pen. Um, we say prefer to. For example, I prefer walking to driving.
Okay, good, excellent, very good. So according that Anna says, is a question, Anna. It's a question. You told me that preference you can use would prefer and would rather and have the same meaning. When is the different meaning? When they have a different meaning?
Okay, so I think that when we talk about would prefer, we are talk about a preference in general. And would rather, it's to say that we prefer to do one thing to do other. The structure can be, for example, would rather will be subject plus would rather plus infinitive without to plus than and plus infinitive without.
Okay, good. Michael, can you give me an example when you use would rather and would prefer as a preference as a same question? Please, as in question form, give me example using prefer and rather.
okay.
Michael,
So uh, would rather. And some examples about would rather in interrogative form would be, would you rather would you rather like go to the cinema or go to the shopping? Uh, because you are asking the other person says what is the his or her preference between two options, or would you rather?
Can you repeat the question? I need to listen something that I didn't.
Okay, teacher, how was the question?
Can you repeat the question that you use as example? Because I don't know if I listened wrong or you didn't complete the question correctly. So just I need that you repeat.
Okay, would you rather would you rather smell smell some perfume or smell Coca-Cola? That's an example between two options when you use would rather.
Did you listen to him? Did you listen to
Teacher, I cannot listen. There are interference.
Anna? Did you listen to Michael the question? Because I need that you check it out, check together, and tell me if you have the question correct or not. So Anna,
Teacher,
can you tell me please if the question that Michael said is correct or need any correction?
teacher, um, I can't hear very well.
Michael, when you use rather, remember it's a comparative form. So in that case, you have to use then. Yes, you have to use then as a comparative form. Yes, will you rather?
Okay. I forgot.
Yes, a
Bye.
comparative form. Okay, so can you correct the question that you give me as example, please?
Okay. Would you rather like Coca-Cola than a perfume scent, or would you rather like go to the cinema or go to the shopping?
Maybe, do you prefer uh, go to the cinema than go to shopping? Maybe.
Okay, so look at this one. As example, the Michael saying, would you rather go to the cinema than go to the theater? Yes. So would you rather is not the same. Would you rather like? No, it's incorrect. You should use another verb different to like because it's like repeating the same one. Okay. So for this reason, you should um, be careful when you use this one. So would you rather, and you use the verb in infinitive. Yes. Would you rather drink Coke than drink coffee? Or would you prefer drinking Coke to drinking coffee? Yes, when you are going to use for this general preference, you can use both of them. Just you have to be careful how to structure the question. Yes, if you see the examples that you have in that link, you have to to check that part, okay? Would you rather than, and you use the verb at the same time. Or would you prefer to, na. Yeah, so you have to verify them. Anna, can you give me other example? Would you rather and would you prefer, please?
Okay, teacher. Maybe this one. I would rather play the piano than the drums, maybe. Or my brother would rather study for his English class for than the math class. Others. I'd
Is the structure. I know is quite confused, but for example, Anna, in the last one, can you repeat the last one? Because you have to say someone prefers something to. Yes, remember to use to and not another word. Okay, repeat the last example or another example using prefer. Don't worry.
No sé, que sí tenga mucho éxito.
Anna.
hello.
Anna, can you repeat the last question about prefer or give me another one to correct you just the grammar structure of it and that's it. Don't worry.
Okay, the structure. Okay.
Okay. I don't know if you cannot listen to me or what because there is a problem. Okay, or something that is like an interference. It's us. Michael, repeat, please. Give me an example using prefer and rather, and that's it. Don't worry.
Okay, okay. Rather is not used with infinitive form. Is used with just the verb. For example,
Example. Give me examples. Don't explain me the grammar rule. Just give me examples, and with the example, we can see what could be wrong or good. Yes.
okay. For example, would you rather have sandwiches or soup for the lunch? Then the other people answer, yes, I would prefer soup, or I prefer or I would rather prefer sandwiches, for example. And about would prefer is used with the always with infinitive form with to. Maybe would you prefer to drinking coffee, for example, or would would you prefer to take the lunch in the afternoon?
This is another one. This is another link. With this link, we are going to check again rather, but in that case, we are going to compare with had better, okay? I know it's so hard, it's difficult, and grammar is not really good to practice as a speaking for, but it's important just to recognize the difference to them, and every day we are going to get used to talk with them, okay? So don't worry. It's just because it's important to emphasize would rather, had better, would you prefer, because all of them are comparative form that we have practiced during the 8 encounters that we have. So please click on the link that I shared with you right now. And now we are going to check the difference between rather and had better, okay? Rather and had better. The same. I'm going to give you time to check both of them. They could be easier than the other one. And then you're going to explain me by examples, just examples, uh, when you are going to use or how to use would rather and had better, okay? So the time is 7:05 and we are going to come back at 7:08. Let's see the link and practice.
Teacher, what was just about the exercise link? This is about the wall raider.
Giovanni, we are practicing the difference between would rather, would prefer, and had better. Yes, and we already practiced would rather and would prefer. And now, with the link that you have in the last part, um, is checking the difference between would rather and had better. And you are going to explain as a teacher between them, but through examples. Through examples. Don't explain the grammar structure, just the examples to check the difference and recognize that we understand when we are going to use those expressions. Is that?
Sí, sí.
Okay, got it. That's what I understand that. Actually, that's word different. But I have to explain it.
Sí, sí. Dijo que yo dije que debo aprender eso.
Okay, let's start. Remember, just you're going to give me like a 2 or 3 example per each one about would you rather and had better. That's it. And with this, we can recognize when we are going to use and how to use it. Okay, Michael, let's start. Giovanni, if you are there, continue after Michael, and then Anna. Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Uh, had better versus would rather. Had better. For example, uh, with an example could be you'd better study if you want to pass the exam, or if you are saying something about yourself, I'd better or I would better, in not a abbreviated form, I'd better make a shopping list. And now the example for would rather. Uh, for example, I would rather stay at home tonight. Or if you are saying, I would prefer to stay at home. Or I would rather like to go to the theater tonight. Those were my examples. Teacher, next, done.
Michael, are you going to continue? Sorry, Giovanni, are you going to continue?
Okay, teacher, I have to say that the first one is I would rather, when you use I would rather, use something to choose. They are things that you want to choose. For example, if you say I would rather stay at home than go to a movie, they are the things that you prefer to do better than the other ones. If you say I would rather stay here that I go to the beach or that I go to the other kind of things. That's the you. This is the first person that you prefer to do. Okay, yeah. If this is not the contracted rule, you say I'll or he'll, she'll, will, you, or they'll. So that there are contractions about the pronouns. And had better, I will say the page is an advice to other people. You say, for example, you had better watch your steps. She had better listen to you. It's getting late. I had better to go. They are your choice because an advice for other people, and you choose this kind of advice. That's why I understand the difference between the would rather and had better.
Anna, go on, please.
Okay. Okay. Um, Had better. We use had better to give advice. For example, you had better see a doctor, or we had better rest a while, or you had better tell her about this, or she had better prepare her homework. Um, Now, we use a would rather to indicate a choice or a preference. For example, I would rather my mom worked hours, or I would rather than drink water than soda, or I would rather drive than go by bus.
Great, much, much better. Did you see the difference? If you say examples for you and for me as a student and you the teacher, we can understand much better and easier. So congratulations, very good, excellent. We continue practicing, but was a very good activity. Next one, next activity. I already shared with you a link. Please click on the link and we are going to practice a little bit your imagination. We are going to use your imagination for this activity. Please let me know when you already opened the file. Thanks, Michael. I don't know if Giovanni and Anna, could you open the file? Good, Anna. Thanks. Thanks a lot. So now we are going to use your imagination. And this is the game called Consequence, okay? And we are going to imagine and create a story. You have in the second slide, you have the pictures, and you have some images, and there are from 1 to 6. Yes, you have different pictures because we are in Halloween time, so it's properly for that time. Okay, and you're going to imagine this. I'm going to explain you what is this activity or game about. For example, Anna starts with the number 1, with the picture number 1. Michael should follow the sentence that Anna says. Yeah, so you have to pay attention to your partners. And Michael then continue with the second image. Anna complete the sentence or the ideas for the picture number 2 and continue with the picture number 3 and so on. I repeat again. Yes. Anna start with picture number 1. For example, once upon a time there was a little girl and she lives in a forest, whatever.
Teacher, I
And
want to participate too.
she wants to live with her grandparents, but she couldn't. And continue with the picture number 2. Yes, you should continue. For this reason, the game is consequence because the person says something and the other has to do or say something else with the sentences. Okay. I don't know if Giovanni is with us or is not. I think we are going to work Anna and Michael. Anna and Michael, okay? So Anna, you're going to start. Do you understand how we are going to work this one? Anna, can you explain to me what is the activity? Anna, can you hear me? Anna, are you there? Or Giovanni, are you there?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
I can't hear very well. Sorry.
Okay, good. Okay, don't worry. So the order is going to be like this, but you have to pay attention and listen to your partner because the idea is you have to do it with the same time in a sequence. So Anna, you start with the first, then Michael, and then Giovanni. When Giovanni finish, continue Anna, and so on. Okay. So Anna, first of all, can you explain to us what is the activity? How we are going to work with this activity?
To create a story, and I will start with the first and continue with the second.
Michael, can you tell me or tell us the instructions just to verify if you understood?
Yes, I understood that Anna begins with the first picture and then I continue in maybe in the first picture, and after that another person continues in the second, and some partner continues with the next, or I'm not sure if are two students for picture or maybe one student a picture.
Okay, don't worry. This is like a tongue twister, but that is okay. Don't worry. Anna, you start with the slide, with the picture number 1. Michael, continue with the sentence that you say about picture number 1 and join with the picture number 2. Then Giovanni continue with the story of picture number 2 according with the ideas that Michael said and join with the picture number 3. I hope you understand. If you don't understand, don't worry, do it. Be happy and do it very confident. Don't worry about. Let's try. Anna, let's start.
Okay. Um, uh, once upon a time, it was a small town, and there lived a group of bad witches. I don't know. It's Halloween, and the witches are celebrating because it's her month. Maybe I don't know. Then they will just keep many children and steal some sweets, or she planning to bring some kids to the sweet house.
Okay. Okay. In the house where the children are caught by the bad witches, the 3 bad witches of the forest, the children are chained to chairs and beds, and the witches say they have to eat all the candy they give to them. They give them. So when they don't have a lot of candies, or they are fed up with this, the witches cook the children in the pot. So, and the witches like to eat the flesh of the children, and the children see some horses outside the house, and they would like to escape. So, Giovanni.
Where the children were riding horses, they went out to the house and they go to a near castle. After them, they want to sleep because they were so tired. And the children say that looking for them in the forest, but they were afraid about that. When the witches came to get them, they run away and they stay with their parents. And at the end, the parents do a poison to the witches, and the witches fly over a village. And the priest of the village say, if you came back here, I'm going to stay with my people, and you have to go out. And the witches sing and ride her brooms and go away. Finish, teacher.
Okay, great. Excellent. It was not the instructions. Congratulations. It was not the instruction, but very good. Okay, don't worry. Excellent. Okay, very good. And we're going to do the same with another one. Let me give you the other link. Please click on it and open it. And we are going to do the same, but now it's a different story. Yes? Just you are going to tell me one picture, yes? One by one. You tell me a story one by one, yes? So picture number 1 is Anna, picture number 2 is Michael, picture number 3 is Giovanni, and then Anna repeat, Michael, Giovanni, and until finish the image. Okay, this is the idea. So click on the last link. This is gonna be our last activity. Click again. Please tell me when you have already opened. Anna and Giovanni, did you open the file?
What do we have to do? Another history?
Click in the last link. Please click on the last link that I sent you.
Click it.
Yes, where is a dark castle? Anna, did you open?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good. So we are going to do like this. Remember, it's picture by picture. So Michael say picture number 1, Giovanni is going to say picture number 2, and picture number 3. But you have to follow the story that the other guy said before. Yes, this is the idea. So Michael, Giovanni, Anna. This is the order. Giovanni, could you open the file?
Yes, teacher.
Thanks, Giovanni. So very good. Michael, Giovanni, Anna. And then you repeat if you haven't finished the image. Yes? So let's start, please.
Okay. About picture number 1. Once upon a time in a kingdom, in a far kingdom, there was a tenebrous and terrible mansion where lived some witches, some dwarfs, elves, and some gnomes who were thinking about how they could control and rule the world. So they have an awful plan for the humanity, and they would like how to control the minds of all people in the earth. And they they search in the through magicians a child who were sitting in a toilet in a town near to their mansion. So next, Don.
Three ghosts which are nearby to him try to scare him, and he listens something different and weird outside the bathroom. You think maybe it is a ghost, or maybe I can listen like three voices or two voices. They are around in the house. When he thinks that about that, he thought that, oh my God, I heard about a girl who walks outside the house nearby to a cemetery where a girl who use a hat walk around the graveyard, and he thinks, why why this girl exists? I, my friends as the reason, I don't know.
Okay, something happened, but I don't know what happened. But today we couldn't understand the instructions, but it's okay. Don't worry. The idea is you have to follow the story one by one. You don't have to do it all the story just yourself. Yes, it's just an activity for a group. But okay, that is okay. Don't worry. We are going to practice in another encounter. That is okay. Don't worry. So we finished for today. Um, I'm going to share with you the links for the next encounter. They are going to be the links. Um, please check before. If you have any question, we are going to check during the encounter and see you next Wednesday. Please tell me if you have any doubt. If you don't, have a nice night and have a nice weekend.
No doubts. Understood. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
You too. Thank you so much. Have a nice weekend. Take care.